Don't you love a new home? One that no one has lived in before? I get it, I do too. If you've been thinking about buying a new construction home in Coweta County or Fayette County, Georgia, here is what you need to know. Hi, I'm Daphne Bousquet with eXp Realtor, your local realtor on the south side of Atlanta. And over the years, I've helped many buyers buy new construction homes, both spec homes and semi-custom homes. I've also had clients build their dream custom homes from the ground up. And here are the 5 things you absolutely need to know before you buy that new construction home. Now, especially the last one can save you thousands of dollars, so be sure to stay to the end. First, know your builder. Not all builders are created equal. There are different types of builders. There are the production builders who build entire neighborhoods pretty fast. You can choose from a few floor plans and maybe a couple of options, but they have the process down to a T. There is no room for customization. Your options are typically whether you want a light box or ceiling fan in the secondary bedroom or not. You also may have the choice to put in a higher quality carpet or floor covering. The bottom line is that you have limited choices in options and upgrades. However, the prices for these homes tend to be around the median price for the area. And then you have semi-custom builders. These builders will let you pick out your finishes. They have a wide assortment to choose from, and sometimes just will give you an allowance for things like lighting, tile, faucets, and flooring. Although they won't alter the floor plan, you will still feel like your new home has your design touches on it. And these are generally very popular as you can get a quality home at a fair price. We'll talk about pricing later in this video, so stay tuned for that. And then you have custom home builders. Now, these are high-end luxury builders. You can bring your own floor plan, and they work with architects to adjust the floor plans to suit your needs. Do you need an extra bedroom or want to move a wall to open up the primary suite or create an office? No problem. You can choose your finishes, and in the price they quote, you get an allowance for everything. And that includes cabinets, countertops, tile, lighting, flooring, fixtures, everything. If you go over in one thing but prefer a more inexpensive option in another, that offsets. And if you go over budget, you can pay extra, of course. I've seen buyers write substantial checks at closing to the builder. Just make sure that the neighborhood can support your upgrades. Fayette County has some great custom builders, and check out the video of where you can build your dream home in Fayette County right here. And that brings me to the second thing you need to know. Upgrades versus options. Now, upgrades are selections that are above builder standard for carpet, floor coverings, detailing, appliances, kitchen fixtures, and options are to build what the builder installs while constructing the home, such as a sunroom or additional bathroom. And when you add options, you have to make sure that it adds value to the house. Options that add usable space, like a sunroom or office, contribute the most to the resale value. A fireplace, downstairs powder room, adding a full bath, and built-in storage are generally good values as well. You want to make sure the base price of the home and the cost of all the upgrades to the final price makes sense for the neighborhood. You don't want to be the most expensive home on the block. Make the most of builder incentives, typically free upgrades or closing cost credits. Remember, some improvements can be added later, sometimes for less money, like a deck, finished basement, or landscaping. Finishing a basement adds tremendous value to a home, but it doesn't have to be done right away. Tell me in the comments, what do you not have in your current home that you absolutely want in a new home? I'd love to know. The third thing that you need to know is your budget. Work with a lender to know your budget up front. It's imperative to know how much house you can afford. If you own a home, you'll want to know the net proceeds from the sale to figure out how much cash you'll have available. Your realtor, like me, can give you a home value analysis so you know what your home can fetch on the open market. Sharp pencil analysis, which includes every likely selling cost, not a guesstimate, is critical. And if you're a first-time buyer especially, you'll need to pre-qualify your income and credit score, nail down how much you can afford. You don't want to be house poor. But it goes further than that. How long is it going to take to build your home? Some new construction homes or spec homes are available immediately, and that makes it easy because you know the market you're in, the interest rates, and how much everything is going to cost. If you are building a custom home, it can take a long time before the home is ready. And when interest rates are as volatile as they've been, your house payment could be a lot higher than initially expected. And during the pandemic, costs rose so quickly that some builders just canceled contracts so that they could raise the price of their homes. I had clients building their custom home during the pandemic, and between the time that they signed the contract and the time the builder had the plywood delivered, the price of the plywood had skyrocketed, and the builder had to eat that particular cost. Not all builders are willing to do that. And here's another thing you need to know. Some builders offer fantastic incentives, and yes, you can negotiate with builders. First, see what incentives they are already offering. What kind of closing costs are they offering? Sometimes they are offering a certain amount to put towards upgrades or even buy down the interest rates. They also will work with preferred lenders who offer incentives to use them as well. Before you commit to a preferred lender, make sure you do your due diligence and compare apples to apples. If the builder uses a lender who offers an incentive that they end up adding to another portion of the loan in other fees, it's not really an incentive. As for negotiating with builders, it's important to know where they are in the building process. Do they have several spec homes ready to go, and have they been sitting on the market for a bit? Builders are more willing to negotiate on those homes than they would if they are building a home on a lot of your choosing. Are they trying to close out the neighborhood? If they have only a couple of homes to go, they are likely already well underway on a new project, and they would like to put their resources in their new venture so that they may be willing to offer incentives to get those last homes sold. To keep property values up in the neighborhoods, builders don't really like to take a hit on the sales price, but are more willing to make it up in closing costs. That said, be sure to take a good look at the market. If the market is cooling down and the new construction homes have not really moved at their list price, a reduction or lower offer could be justified. And that brings me to number 5. The sales agent or listing agent represents the builder or seller. They're not going to volunteer any of this information. And they may be lovely agents and make you feel like they're in your corner, but at the end of the day, you are not their client. They are not going to tell you to have an inspection when the drywall goes up or to have one before you close. But if you have your own agent, they will, or they should. They will ask the hard questions, keep you on track, and run interference if necessary. They will advise you on incentives, offer price, and what closing costs to ask for. You absolutely need an agent in your corner on the largest purchase of your life. And of course, I would be thrilled to be a part of your journey, whether you want to build your custom dream home, buy a spec home, or even a resale. I'm always happy to go over your options, discuss neighborhoods, and come up with solutions so you only have to move once. Schedule your call at talkwithdaphne.com, and I look forward to chatting soon.